Hello? Okay, this mic's on. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning? Looking good in your suits and ties? Ali's here, the whole team is here. So I just want to start off by saying I've never been to Dubai before, and as a Canadian citizen, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm not sure when I'm going to leave at this point. I'm supposed to be here for a week, but I would like to stay as long as possible. It's just an incredible city with incredible people, with a vision towards the future of not only blockchain, but international commerce. And I'm just blown away by what I've seen here in the last 48 hours. So, as Saif mentioned, I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Uberstate. We are a Canadian-based, privately owned and controlled corporation that is focused on integrating real estate payments onto the blockchain. This means any transaction of any size, of any nature that relates to a real estate transaction can be on the blockchain. So, is there any global sector that blockchain has not touched or disrupted in the last 10 years? That's questionable at this point. Especially in the past year, it's been a wild ride and pretty hard to ignore. It's attracted a truckload of industries, retailers, offices, and countries. We could see its influence in the creative outfit, the most glaring being the ever-compelling NFT arts, foreign exchange remittances, payments, food chain supply industries, and even venture capital are not left out of this influence. When it comes to real estate, its influence is being relatively limited to lesser innovations. Of course, this is understandable because real estate is one of the oldest and most storied legacied industries in the world. It's been around forever. Aside from its age, little mistakes within a sector can be very costly. As a result of its fragility coupled with age, this industry seems to be a lot more impenetrable. Looking back a few years, carrying out transactions involving assets like real estate, largely through digital channels, has not always been welcomed as an idea. In fact, most investors prefer to adopt the conventional means of meeting face-to-face in their engagement with others. Unfortunately, these conventional approaches are accompanied by an array of setbacks and problems that may be potentially harmful to your long-term and short-term investment goals, such as unfair and unreasonably heavy regulations, the exorbitant costs of owning, as well as issues with bank financing. So what we're going to discuss this morning is the potential for real estate and decentralized finance, essentially global frictionless ownership of real estate assets on the blockchain. Uberstate, my company, has been involved with implementing the power of blockchain and distributed ledger technology into the real estate ecosystem and the global financial ecosystem as a whole. We've evolved and developed to be a global leader within the real estate payments network. In essence, our modus operandi is changing the real estate ecosystem. In this quest, we're offering on-demand liquidity for any buy-sell transactions, asset management, or financial instrument pertinent to any real estate asset. And at the core of these operations is our digital currency real estate investment token. As I highlighted earlier, the global eyes are opening to see what DeFi has to offer. Such instances are apparent in many countries and cities, including Dubai, launching their own digital currencies today. Needless to say, tech is gaining traction and building a more robust influence year over year. In 2020, there was almost $700 million worth of real estate assets that were tokenized on the open market. This number saw an exponential rise in 2021 to almost $14.5 billion globally. This is to say, real estate tokenization remains one of the most exciting innovation in the blockchain movement. It's been a wild ride in the last year, not gonna lie. DeFi smart contracts make this process a lot more seamless, allowing everyone a fair, transparent, and profitable access to managing and trading their own virtual or real-time real estate assets on the blockchain. This seismic growth did not emanate from nowhere. It's a product of the immense benefits and potential scalability of blockchain itself. With DeFi being implemented in the real estate sector, you'd get more access to regular income where your money is always with you. This significantly negates what you would get in the traditional limited partnership framework. For instance, recently some developers included functions and tokens enabling them to operate just like a key. In this case, you can use your token not just to indicate that you own an asset, but also to show a security credential allowing you to access your real estate property. These next-gen tokens are predominantly represented in the form of NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. As a real estate investor that's actively exploring the potentials of DeFi mortgages and loans would not be a problem to include in anyone's portfolio. You can bid a warm farewell to those week-long waiting periods where banks make you go through strenuous verification procedures. With DeFi and real estate, you can rest assured that your financials would be in a relatively better condition. In fact, you can always take out loans or mortgages within a matter of seconds. Remember, you can tokenize your asset, and this offers you flexibility. Let's assume you took out a loan or a mortgage using a traditional bank to purchase a property. Then, fortunately, the price attributed to that property went on an unexpected rise. In this situation, sadly, there's almost nothing you can do as an individual buyer. Even traditional bankers would tell you nothing can help you leverage this situation. Now you can either sell off fractions of your property, or you can not sell off fractions of your property nor capitalize on its attributable value. On the flip side, let's assume you used your property as collateral for a DeFi loan or mortgage. You can always sell off fractions of your property as it rises, and this will help you pay off your mortgage sooner and without stress. The world has been a pretty complicated place these days with COVID-19. The global pandemic has affected every sector, every economy, and every facet of humanity. It's significantly transformed the labor force, resulting in thousands of businesses implementing work-from-home policies. And unsurprisingly, this trend doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. A lot of companies have embraced that working remote model within their framework, while others are on a path to adopting hybrid work frameworks. Leveraging the tendencies concealed within DeFi, these companies always can save cash by optimizing how they rent out their office spaces. Adopting a traditional data entry framework with blockchain at its core, any business can rent the specific office space they require and for the exact intended duration. Not 1 hour longer, not even a square foot more. As a business, gone are the days when you need to rent an entire floor for a stipulated length or duration. Rather, you can now reserve square footage or even desks. And what would you make out of this? Now you can pay fractions of what you used to spend on rent. From the analogy that I painted here, you may agree that it is almost impossible with a conventional paper-based framework to progress. DeFi kills the need for these boring papers completely. All I'm saying is that you're renting real estate and adopting blockchain technology in this regard, not only will you access a result on the usage of your property, but you also get to save some cash. We here at Uberstate are looking at implementing a model in DeFi real estate where there is frictionless ownership within the wallet system itself. So our extended journey as humans and the associated progress has always been a steady quest against friction. This is evident right from the introduction of cash as a substitute to trade by barter, from the Stone Age to the digital age. All in all, we've always embarked on steady and progressive friction journey, facilitated by digital innovations. Some of these frictions include, but are not limited to, information frictions, innovation frictions, and interaction frictions. Considering the information frictions, parties involved in traditional transactions oftentimes do not gain access to information, as the required data isn't accessible to some of the participants. The concern of security as well as privacy has always been there. On the interaction frictions, the influence of intermediaries is the most traditional of all the frictions. Intermediaries have long been the go-to with the rising complexity and scale of business. Their influence is predominantly felt in transactions taking a lengthier period from the arcane global procedure, or where there is lack of relatable marketplaces in several economies globally. Lastly, on the frictions innovations, innovation frictions encompass everything from bureaucratic processes, legal systems, resulting in rising skepticism, uncertainties, and threats that are impeding processes in general and progress. And with no doubt, each of these frictions are governing real estate property ownership. Now, with the ability to attribute DeFi to real estate, it promises considerably less frictions in a very complicated environment globally. Within the distributed ledger, you can now enjoy unrestricted, frictionless, borderless ownership of real estate, while offering you the other perks such as reduced fees, enhanced transparency, and on-demand liquidity. Imagine that for every one of your online transactions, a notary has to overlook your shoulder to help guarantee there are no issues. Of course, this would cost a fortune. How about enjoying this as an automated system within your digital wallet? With this, what you have is primarily the ability to conduct a friction-free transaction, since the framework is already designed to oversee monitoring and act as an intermediary. This is what we're calling the key to endless opportunities. We're in the business of innovation, which means we have to look at the problems we hope to resolve from as many angles as possible. In the last few years, we've seen glimpses of projects attempt to bridge the gap between real-world use cases and blockchain. With NFTs in real estate, property ownership, liquidity, and transaction management has never been easier. As we see in the news almost every day, NFTs have undoubtedly taken the world of music, arts, and even sports by a raging storm. While this may be relatively slow to begin, it holds enormous potential for the real estate ecosystem. Imagine living in a world where anyone can purchase an apartment in the form of an NFT and get to borrow against the NFT by adopting relevant DeFi products, giving you high-yielding interest rate. Altogether, this completely cuts off the need for intermediary banks. At Uberstate, these non-fungible tokens are minted over a liquidity pool, and through this liquidity pool, you can always enjoy multiple signature access to real estate assets and ownership. Irrespective of cultural or religious orientation, age, ethnic group, every real estate stakeholder is welcome to leverage this space and align with their goals for profitability. Even more compelling, the liquidity pools own a whopping 75% of the income attributable to the underlying real estate assets. making this an unrivaled and fertile breeding ground for success for investors globally. What's your gain as a member of a liquidity pool? You might have guessed this already, but maybe I should mention the primary benefit of being a member of a liquidity pool is you get paid for owning real estate inside your wallet. While some of you might just want to enter the pool knowing you can lend some hands to the greater cause of DeFi, most individuals within this space are in it for the money. And why not? Our pooling system is pretty unique. Irrespective of this, as a member of the LP, you'll always have a stable monthly income as a reward for keeping this platform and system up and running. One of our upcoming integrations is with MetaMask Institutional. It's one of the most active wallets on the blockchain and Ethereum network with a total of over 12 million active wallet users. Currently in the process of creating a system of tokenization with our partners over there. It's being held as a gold standard of security and accessibility for any asset class on the blockchain, especially Ethereum or Binance chain. As a further note, the wallet is compatible with several browsers such as Brave, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Chrome, and more. Best of all, as a wallet holder, we pay your net asset value increase directly to you in the form of cryptocurrency coupled with the cash flow of the real estate owned by the liquidity pool. The decentralized digital asset ownership of real estate will change the way that the globe interacts with real estate purchases. With the decentralized nature of this project, you can hold your assets directly in your wallets, ensuring greater efficiency, security, traceability, and transparency. As your assets are held directly in the available wallet, you can easily buy, spend, exchange, or carry out any form of transaction using the digital wallet. In addition, you're also armed with all the diversity your portfolio needs while maintaining low transaction costs. This wallet is available for an array of investor types, whether you're a budding investor in the ecosystem or a veteran investor. We have a relatively low barrier to entry while giving you unparalleled and instant liquidity. As you hold your assets in your wallet, you can also carry out ATM fiat withdrawals with access towards real-time net asset value. To make the entire process more accessible, the wallet helps you out with Ethereum transactions within a few clicks by scanning a QR code. You can easily send or receive transactions within the wallet. Besides that, there's a subscription between 12 and 60 months that we're coming up with for all wallet holders internationally. The properties attributable to this type of a decentralized marketplace are almost like a short-term bond market for real estate. So you would have probably noticed the emergence of multiple tokens with economics that talk about real estate transactions, that talk about tokenization of real estate. Our token in particular functions as a liquidity protocol for real estate transactions. So we use that to fund our NFTs, and people can walk in and out of their wallets, sell and buy real estate freely, trade NFTs between each other. I think it's worth mentioning that we have partnered with several reputable firms to facilitate this offering, and we are looking at launching very shortly here in the North American marketplace with our global banking platform. So within a few years of existence, Uberstate has successfully established a robust decentralized marketplace for tenants, homeowners, real estate investors, where individuals can buy, sell, and lease properties with our core offering on the Ethereum blockchain of the real estate investment token. To make the entire project even more convincing and compelling, we seek to develop a platform that can help everyone manage every property using this native token and set of ever-active bots irrespective of their property location. This action opens the door to facilitate the actions and works of buyers, sellers, investors, and tenants in the real estate sector. In our quest to further establish a sense of community, there's a framework that shares data points between relevant parties within the community by adopting our digital real estate asset management platform or the bots generating QR codes. As a user, you can always review your financial assets records in real time if you like, and you can share them through QR codes. Bots are always there to help you answer questions and link you up with other users in the community so you can ask more questions. This is similar to what you would find on Google Maps. Every digital asset here qualifies for on-demand liquidity that is devoid of lengthy approval times, unlike going to banks. The ultimate projected aim for this community is driven towards attaining a smart city. The decentralized asset finances will be instrumental towards attaining this dream. And the smart city users can always share key data points. For instance, they can share about the consumed and generated energy, assets, financial conditions and structure, the population of tenants living therein, and even the average duration and length of leases. So why Dubai? With a population of over 3.3 million individuals, Dubai has lived up and exceeded its expectations in the world of superlatives. From Palm Jumeirah, one of the biggest artificial islands globally, to the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, a luxurious real estate and general lifestyle has become synonymous with the unique lifestyle Dubai radiates. Dubai Marina distinguishes itself as the highest man-made marina globally, and it's renowned as one of the most luxurious and exclusive neighborhoods, presently offering a Riviera style of living. In other words, when it comes to real estate, Dubai is up there with any of the best locations in the world that you can think of. Aside from these magnificent and attractive landscapes, this city offers a pretty high rental yield for most real estate investors. Arguably, this is significantly higher than several other real estate markets with similar properties globally. The new visa laws, coupled with favorable tax conditions, qualify Dubai as a haven for anybody looking to get the best out of their real estate ventures. As indicated, Dubai remains a highly attractive investment opportunity that everybody should be enthusiastic about giving a trial. We are actively looking for partners in this marketplace and open to having any discussions. You can find us on the trade floor over there at booth A4 and A5. So, thank you. Thank you for your time this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dubai, for hosting us. Thank you, Trescon, and all of the wonderful attendees. It's been my unique pleasure to address the audience this morning and look forward to hosting more of these events in the future. Have a good day.